What's up, YouTube world? It's Jay Coffee Talk, back with another one, man, and we got to get right off into this, guys. I don't know if you guys have all seen this viral footage that's resurfaced. It's actually old footage, but it's been making its rounds on social media and around the internet, again, like right now, currently. And this is absolutely insane, man. This is a crazy, corrupt, we'll put it simple, corrupt judge, playing with people's rights and freedom. I don't know, like, if this guy thought that he was going to try to become a celebrity like Judge Judy or something like that. I don't know, but let's check this out, man. And oh yeah, guess where this was? Florida. Only in Florida, right? Normally it reads Florida man, ... but this time it's Florida judge.
What do you want to do? I'm not waiting. You want to set up your trial, set up for trial.
That's Brevard County Public Defender Andrew Weinstock at the podium trying to defend his client. But the way he was talking to the judge really seemed to anger him.
If I had a rock, I would throw it at you right now.
And the judge didn't stop there, finally ordering Weinstock to sit down, something he refused to do in the name of defending his client. That's when the judge apparently had enough.
If you want to fight, let's go out back and I'll just beat you.
And that's what Weinstock does, follows the judge into his chambers where everyone in the courtroom heard what happened next.
They went back there and they started fighting like crazy.
Amanda Strohoffer was waiting to be a witness in one of the cases in court today. She said she couldn't believe what was happening, and she thought everything started with the public defender's attitude.
The lawyer was rude. He was extremely rude. He shouldn't have did that.
When the judge finally came back into the courtroom, he was alone, caught his breath, and finished up the case.
I thought it was crazy, but you know what? You ain't got to disrespect the judge in his own courtroom.
All right, guys, so you've seen that clip there. Like I said, this footage is old. It's actually from 2014, and we got to break this down, man, because you hear what that witness, that woman, is saying. She was waiting to be a witness in another case, and she felt the public defender was so rude, so out of line, so out of pocket. How dare he talk to the judge like that? He got what he had coming, kind of, is her opinion. Well, I have to say, I totally disagree with this woman. Obviously we weren't there. We didn't hear every single thing said here, but and authority should be respected. But if authority is out of line and abusing their power, and quite frankly, that's corruption, then they need to be put on blast, and that needs to be handled. Because check this out. Like I said, this is 2014. This is Brevard County, Florida. Of course, like I said, only in Florida. There's something in the water down there. No disrespect to any of the Floridians. You know what I mean? I've met a lot of good people from Florida, but shit is crazy in Florida. And the system there, this just kind of echoes my sentiments and feelings about the system in Florida. I've seen a lot of court corruption there. Everyone should have their day in court, is the saying. And if you have your day in court, your rights are getting violated and you're not getting a fair shake at things, then what is the use of court? Now, what's going on here? This is Judge John Murphy, and the public defender is Adam Weinstock. So he was representing a client, and the judge wanted him to, waive the man's right to a speedy trial. And for anyone who knows, about the court system, I'm not claiming to be a legal analyst or expert, but that's important. That's an important thing. And a lot of times when people go to court, because the average person doesn't know exactly all the rules and regulations and what's going on, little different things kind of like that happen. You waive certain rights and it kind of F's you over in the long run. You'll hear sayings at court like, we want a pre-trial conference, or we want this or that. And they'll say the time charged to the people, which is the court, or the time charged to the defendant or whatever. And there's time restrictions and different things that can get a case dismissed. And if you waive your right to a speedy trial, you can lose the possibility of that happening, and the court can take their time and all that, and it's just unfair, you know what I mean? And a lot of public defenders will just sit there and say, yeah, whatever, go ahead. But this public defender was trying to represent his client to the fullest of his ability, and the judge wasn't feeling that. The judge got mad and upset about it, that he wanted to, give his client a proper defense. And check this out. Regardless if someone were to think, oh, he showed the judge a lack of respect, listen to what the judge did next. It's inexcusable. You know what I mean? Us average citizens are told all the time to keep our cool, even if we're being treated disrespectfully. Well, after they went out there, and the attorney said that he thought that they were just going to have a heated debate, and he said the judge immediately just hooked off on him, stole off on him, and he didn't end up coming back to the courtroom. The judge did. And what the judge did after that was see 7 clients of that public defender, give them their court dates without their attorney, sentence one to some jail time, raise one's bail, just do a bunch of BS like that. Like, have the clients appear without the attorney and give them, the opposite of what they were hoping for or wanted, just shit all over all of them. 7 of them, man. And like, that's major corruption, and that is the signs of an unstable jerk who, just feels everything, should go their way, or they're invincible, in my opinion. You guys get in the comments and let me know what you think. But when it comes to court, that's people's rights, that's people's freedom, and this is some bullshit. Like, I don't know if this judge was hungover, he was geeked up and high, or what the situation was, but he ended up paying for it, but not to the fullest extent of what he could have, or in my opinion, should have. Now, what happened was, the judicial system came down on him, and he faced charges, for legal ethics. And they basically said the judge abused his power, denigrated the public defender before and after their altercation. They said that the judge kept trying to use the power and influence that he had to get this attorney arrested, which didn't end up happening. And they said, what he did broke the Constitution, was just totally unconstitutional, and that he didn't, treat the court and the judicial system with dignity. Basically, he made a mockery of everything, and it was just a full-out kangaroo court. Now, listen to this, though. This is where I say he didn't pay like he really should have, okay? Now, honestly, this man probably should have went and sat in jail for this ish, and, knows what it's like to go to jail, abusing his powers based on his emotion, how he's feeling, a real God complex, and sending people to jail and violating their rights, all this power he has. How about you go sit your ass in jail, you punk ass Judge John Murphy? But what they did is they removed him from the bench. He tried to play it off and take a month leave and go to anger management classes, but they were like, nah, that ain't enough. You're removed from the bench. But guess what they did? They let him become a judge again, not in a criminal court, not at that capacity, but they had him be a civil judge. But in my opinion, you guys let me know if you agree or not, he should not have been allowed to be a judge at all. Like, that is just clearly a very serious thing, what that judge did there, and like I said, that woman come out and saying, well, the attorney shouldn't have talked to him like that. We see that the judge was trying to violate people's rights, and the attorney wasn't having it, man. And I think this woman is just a little brainwashed by the authority system, and you know what I mean? Like I said, there has to be systems in place so the world isn't complete chaos. I do believe, one should respect authority and everything like that. But like I said, when there's corruption going on or things ain't right, that ain't cool. We all know the sayings about public defenders. They get called a public pretender. They're against you. They work with the court and all kinds of things like that, and a lot of the times that's true. The public defender is just trying to get the cases over. He goes along with what the court wants to do. They already pretty much have a playbook, step-by-step setup of how the cases are going to go throughout the day. You know what I mean? But every now and then, there's a public defender that wants to come in there and fight for the people, maybe because he believes in the legal system, or, the average person deserves a fair shake at things, or maybe a mixture of both. He wants to make a name for himself and become a good defense attorney and rise through the ranks of the judicial system and all that, and have a good practice for himself and stuff like that. I remember at a court that was in my local area when I was younger, there was a public defender like that was always fighting for the people and everything. And you know what? He's not a public defender anymore. He's very successful and has, moved up through the ranks and has his own practice and all that now. But that's all I really got on this one, guys. I just wanted to go back over this. As I said, this footage has been circulating around, has everyone talking like, man, did you see that attorney and that judge go at it? That is just crazy. Like, it's all over the place. So, I wanted to break this down for you guys. Get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. It's J Coffee Talk. We drop daily videos. We cover music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more. I'm out of here, guys. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Peace.